Desks are getting insane. I don't need a new desk, but I just couldn't stop thinking about it. This is quite a grand idea, and I'm not totally sure if it's gonna work, but I only have 3 days booked off to figure it out. I saw a video from Cam Shand on YouTube where he has a desk and another desk on standing desk legs, and it raises up. So he's got all his stuff here, and then a big workstation here. But there's also a pegboard attached to the top desk so that when the top one comes up, it reveals all of his beautiful tools. Right now, the desk is fine, but I just find myself running out of space to do things. I want to keep as much stuff off of the desk as I can. Let's redesign the layout a little bit too. I don't want anything on the ground, so if it's going to get tucked up in there, let's tuck it on up in there. I want the desk to be really well lit. I also want to build the coolest thing I possibly can for me. I'm not doing a $500 budget build because then I'll just regret it later. What is the most value we can get by spending the least amount of money without cutting corners? It's the paradox of anything you buy, but how is it going to turn out this time? I don't know, but we're going to do it. I also don't want to compromise on the space. I want both of them to be 96 inches. So we're going to get the standing desk legs to go through the lower desk. Cut some holes, should be good. Standing desks have a lot of limitations on the size of tabletop you should use and how much the amount of stuff should weigh. We're definitely going to exceed the size. Motion Gray standing desk. It says 80 inches. I'm probably going to void the warranty just by uploading this video. Life goes on. Those desk legs have to go through the bottom one. Big laptop guy. I got to be able to use my computer, but sometimes I gotta go. My workaround for this, when the top desk is down, I'm gonna have my mouse and my keyboard, but I'm going to have the laptop screen pop through a hole this shape, roughly, in the top desk. Just the screen, and the keyboard and the trackpad are gonna be down below it. It'll allow me to get the screen through the top, and then my big monitor, but then when I raise my desk and I need a big open workspace, I should still have a computer there. You guys are gonna be like, the airflow. Totally, I agree. I have been planning this in my brain and talking to my online therapist, ChatGPT, about it for a month. At least. It's a long ChatGPT conversation to the point where I wouldn't really want to show anyone because I spend a lot of time on ChatGPT. But it works. Here we are. So the easy route of this is to buy 2 Alex drawers from IKEA and put a Carlby countertop on top of it. That's a great way to make a desk that's 96 inches, but it's just way too simple. If I'm gonna do this, I wanna do it. Let's make something ultra unique. Let's talk materials. I can't use MDF. I'm gonna sag in the middle, just like me. I wanted the colorway for this whole setup to be really light color. I guess in that way I'm going for the whole look at my beautiful come get ready with me desk. These lighter woods seem to be more expensive. I'm not the wood pro, but it just seems like the ones that I liked are pretty pricey. But I found finger jointed acacia, not what I've used before for anything. 230 bucks each, plus tax, plus shipping. But it's local, we're supporting the local hardwood store, it's great, it's coming unfinished, so I gotta put something on it. The thing with acacia is it's a little bit dark in spots, so not that I really care that much, but I'm gonna stain it with some brand called Osmo Polyx. It's a stain for wood, but it has a white pigment in it, so it's actually gonna lighten it, which is really cool. I really hope that it doesn't smell too much because I'm in the apartment and my wife and Estrada and the bings and the bops and I don't know. It's gotta be done. Motion Gray standing desk, the 3-stage one with the dual motor. I didn't want to do the single motor because this is gonna be heavy. This is gonna be a big boy. I needed it to be tall enough because I'm kind of a tall guy and I just wanted it to have enough travel so that when I'm sitting here, I'm not gonna smack my head on it as I'm using the thing that I designed to not make my life harder. What we're gonna do is have desk 1 and desk 2. The laptop is coming through the top desk. It's sitting on the bottom desk. The standing desk legs are gonna also go through the bottom desk and they're gonna be mounted to the top one. So I'm gonna go zoop, and then we have to mount the pegboard. Sounds easy, but it doesn't even sound easy, which means that when I actually do it, it's gonna be hard. You wouldn't believe it, the elevator broke today. Dude, I just had to carry that up 4 flights of stairs. That was a lot. That was heavy. I can feel it in between my shoulder blades. Not your problem, but hopefully when you do this, your elevator works, or I don't know. That was unexpected. Look at these slabs. These things are huge. What do you think? Massive. It's not a new toy until you get more familiar with it. But look at these things. This is enormous. Well, there's gonna be 1 of them, but there's gonna be 2 tall of them. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we're working with here. Super easy tip to open these up. You want to take your X-Acto knife and drive it in as hard as you can. Wow, look at that. I'm getting the feeling that this is going to be a lot of sweating and a lot of garbage and a lot of recycling, but we're getting there. I really didn't want to spend a bunch on the legs that are going to support the bottom desk. Big win, Facebook Marketplace, 20 bucks. Look, it's heavy duty. It's got like 12 screw holes. It's insane. 20 bucks. for 4. This was $5, more than $5 in metal if I want to recycle it. I think it looks kind of cool. It's getting the feeling of I've done something, but I haven't done anything yet, so it's pseudo rewarding, but it's not.
Ah, the glory of what will soon be no more, not to be forgotten, but replaced by its successor.
I need to remind myself what's in all these boxes. It's like most stuff I've ever ordered from online at the same time ever. Struggled with that cup. First on the docket, screws, Govee smart plugs, washers, bolts, special kind of cloth that apparently is important for when you apply oil and finishes to unfinished wood. It smells kind of toxic. Retractable USB-C charger, 65 watts. What are we going to do with this? Well, I'm going to mount it underneath the desk so that I can just zip zap when I need to charge my phone. Nuts! Drop sheet! LED lights! These are 4,000 Kelvin, so it's going to be not warm, not cold, but just right. Those lights are the porridge that Goldilocks would have eaten. What's this one? I feel like I'm getting to the bottom of a cereal box for the prize. This is the stain that has white pigment in it. It's a wood wax finish, natural oil wax based interior use. Seems to fit the bill. I didn't mention it earlier, but I wanted to have some floating shelves on the wall behind the desk. Because maybe you're not going for the full Reddit build, but a guy needs a couple plants. These are MDF. These are going to be not very load bearing. Let me in! Oh, this is a mount to put my Xbox Series X underneath the desk. The Xbox is going to sit in this tray here, so it's going to mount to the desk up top and slide on in there. And then I'll never have to see it again. Oh, what's this going to be? 12-inch magnetic level. It's a staining sponge. These suckers are the pegboards, so we're going to have 8 feet wide of pegboards, and then they are all 2 feet tall. Each one is 2 feet by 1 foot. Hey, they come with a lot of accessory sticks. Pegboard hooks, a proper term. This is a good quality item. Links in the description. It is what it is. Great. This brand has like everything. They make so much stuff, and it's like the highest quality the cheapest high quality version of so much stuff. We got a second roll of LED lights. Invisible wireless charger for under the desk, so you can just put your phone on the wooden desk. It charges. Got the jigsaw on deck, ready to go. Fresh thing of blades. But the moment we've all been waiting for, this is a desk frame. Oh, it looks good. It's a good looking piece of kit right there. I gotta make some space for this. I know that I said I didn't have a lot of space, but wow, I don't have a lot of space. Let's build a standing desk frame and then take it apart to cut holes in the desktop. So roughly it's gonna look like this. Doesn't look too sketchy to me. Right now it's not centered on there, but this piece of wood is 96 inches long, and this frame extends to 72 inches. So we have a foot exactly on each side. So now, take a feet off to find out the exact size of this, center it on here, and then we cut once. We only cut one time. So these guys are 50 millimeters by 80. And I think I should give myself a little bit of gap because sometimes these are gonna shake wobble. I hope not too much, but we're gonna have to wait and see. That took a good smack. Not good. Leaning up against the wall before, or without it going through the wall. Totally safe. No problems here. Do it again. I think it's time to take a quick break. And by a break, let's sit for a sec and 3D model the stencils for the cutouts for the legs and for the laptop. The cuts aren't going to be perfect. I don't have the right tools. I'm going to use a jigsaw and a rotary tool to round out the edges. If I make the cuts like this, it's going to be too square and it's going to be prone to cracking. So I got to round them out like that a little bit. And then I'll probably round out the bottom with a little chamfer as well, just because the stress will be pushing down. And we don't want it to crack. But I need to open up Blender and make the grommet for the legs, make the grommet for the laptop, and make the stencils for both of them as well. So let's get to it and then do some 3D printing. Call it 36, and we'll call it 1. Sentences you don't hear very often. Hey man. Sweet grommet. That's a really nice grommet. You know what though? Hey man, self, nice grommet. This elevator started working an hour and a half after I got those tabletops today. And I could have just told them to bring it an hour and a half later, but I was just too jazzed to get going on this. So I'm just heading down to the storage area to grab the big old Neptune 4 Max 3D printer because the one that I usually use doesn't fit the big laptop grommet. Man, I love this thing and I hate this thing. It's just so huge, but it's so unreliable. King of the bed slinger, baby. It's so dirty. It was in this storage stuff. It's got like dust all over it, but this big slug's gonna pull off the dream job. I'd love to do this in a garage of some kind, but why don't we stick to the plan and do it on the kitchen island? We're just opening up the pores for the oil, allegedly. I'm gonna 3D print a better sanding block. This isn't optimal at all. Good enough? Okay. Not too shabby. I think I'm going up to the bigger size. Well, it's a big boy. Yeah, this is the right size for this. Fast cut, smooth cut. We must want fine cut. Don't mess it up. Fast cut, scroll cut, reverse cut. Just do fast cut. We're gonna sand it down anyway. It doesn't need. Oh baby, we made some dents. Let's go. This hole looks so bad. Hole, grommet in hole, desk leg in grommet. Oh, look at that. It looks good. Wow, so exciting. That's literal progress. I'm at a bit of a standstill now because I gotta wait for the sanding block to finish so that we can sand the top of this. I think it kind of makes sense to do this. These can go on anytime. I can put these on when this is on the floor. Because if I put these on now, I can't get this off without, I'm sure, damaging something. So it might be time to take my old desk apart. It has to happen at some time. I think there's no better time than now. Why on earth did I set up this 3D print in the middle of the room? I just went and grabbed this last night, and now chair, legs. There's gonna be a lot of moving stuff involved here and heavy things. But let's get her done. These grommets, absolutely key. I do not have the skill set to make this hole. I make the hole, but I can't make it a nice hole. That's just the way it is, brother. Sanding block, be mine. In ABS. I hope it lasts a long time. I thought nothing had a place before I dismantled this old desk. Well, dang it, I've gone and outdone myself. Well, right there is nowhere for anything. Now we gotta make the laptop hole still. Jeez. Now if the stars can just align, this will go on without a hitch. No hitch needed. Great news ahead. Brighter skies. Oh, dude, amazing. Wow, we'll be using that. Okay, I'm gonna flip this thing over because it makes sense that this should be the bottom. And this will actually make it a heck of a lot easier. You got hard, got no problem. Tried my best, but that wasn't quite good enough, which is okay. That's a learning lesson. At least we have this thing now. All right, consider it sanded. Tack cloth. It's sticky and smells kind of bad for you, but it sure works. Look at the top of our big, beautiful desk. It looks so good. Laptop hole. Trying to get rid of something, you don't want to go to the dump? Facebook Marketplace, $5. 10 minutes, no problem. She's on the way. Now, I officially have no desk. If I don't get this done, I have no desk. And then I gotta go back to work and then I still have no desk. I consider myself to have a rather large ability to eat food, but this might have been a little more than I can chew. This was a big bite. Something I forgot about when I was planning this is that for the laptop to come through in the right spot, well, this bar goes through the middle of it, and the laptop's probably gonna be somewhere in the middle of it. Let's find out just how much of a problem this is. Hey, this is tight. Almost made it through the whole thing without the fire alarm going off. Can't say I did though. Had to wait for my wife to get home to set the fire alarm off. That was important. But the holes are there now and the grommets fit. So now we're just cleanup mode for a little bit. And then should be able to start drilling stuff to other stuff. No more cutting. I'm done with the cutting. That's a lot harder than it looks. It's all done. Just finished sanding this one, tack clothing it down. Because I'm not as skilled as I'd like to hope that I was. There's a few variables that happen in this, and I'm really curious to see where does this thing line up. Pretty darn close, but not close enough to be a problem. That's great. We're about ready to screw some legs into a piece of wood. I'm not discouraged, but like, man, I really hope this is done in the next day. There's no lights in here right now. There's literally no lights. I have that lamp, that's it. Because the lights were connected to my desk before I gave it away on Facebook Marketplace. If I don't finish this by tomorrow, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I overexerted myself for sure bringing this stuff up the stairs. It's time to mount these table legs to the bottom. This is gonna be used as a jig. So I can just take this guy, line it up at the corners, push the table leg into it. Should be off to the races. Let's do some more drilling. Drill down, circle back, take this back. I should have it to you by EOD, baby. Start them all and then just kind of rip them in after. None of them are straight. 48 screws holding up the legs of this bottom desk. And it's not even gonna hold anything. Hard to move. Later, 48 table leg screws. I have to cut it in half. I don't even know. Tomorrow's problem, today's success. Won't bore you with the rest. I'm sure you understand. It's the table leg. It's going on. It's a desk. Should be pretty sturdy. Oh, guys, rock and roll. It looks great. What doesn't look good, just being candid and honest here, this hole looks bad. Even all the way in, you're still... So let's just add a little bit more lip to these, because it's just the path least resistance, I think. Look at it stand. It's gonna look like when it's finished, kinda. Sweet. Better than glue. We're gonna bolt it. Nice. Plot twist. I've thought it was on the right side the whole time, because in order for me to get this here, I need to flip it over, but the holes are on this side. So I gotta start using my computer there? I don't wanna use it over there. That's bizarre. This was a mistake, this one. How am I going to resolve this concern? Always been a right side of the desk guy. Maybe it's because I'm left-handed. I don't know. I think I'm gonna spin this and use my desk on the left side for computer stuff. What about the glare of the window? Big old window. Spin it around. Let's do it. Let's spin it around. Oh my goodness. Now this is a lot of work. You know what? There's worse things that could have happened. I could have cracked it. At least all the holes are already drilled. It's just kind of a pain to do this again. It's totally a pain to do this again. But rock and roll stops for no one. Start with this, can I? Should that one stay in the same place? Controller's gonna go there. Just still get switched. I can't believe I did this. I cannot believe it. It's so fun. Just this thing to mess up. I think after all the time I spent planning this, life goes on. Is this room big enough to do this? Constant question. Don't know. Not sure. Oh dear. It's not. Well, I need to feel strong right now. And I don't feel too strong right now. When I did this before, it was really low. And now it's really high. Maybe I should plug the motors. Oh, they're plugged in. That's great. Awesome news. Amazing. Love to see that. Fine, there's no problems here at all. Everybody loves the desk backwards. Go a little bit lower than that, make it easier on the old back. Should be good, I think. What way am I gonna do this? I'm so heavy. Oh my god. What is it attached to? Am I lifting the leg? Oh, I am. Oh, there's a screw here. Wow. This is a point where a smart guy would take a break. Makes it a little lighter, I'm sure. There's only 6 of them. How did I miss one? Jeez. Come on. Get with the program. Does this feel better now? Oh, maybe I should still do it the other way. Maybe that was smarter. Easy does it now. Okay, all we're doing is putting it over there. We're just gonna cartwheel an 8-foot piece of wood in this little room. Should I just go for it all in one? I think so. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. Give me the 1. Yep. Easy, buddy. Yep, no worries. Yep, all good. Perfect. No, yep. Pieces. Look, problem, no problem. Now it looks like I did it on purpose. Only true fans know the real deal. Who cares? You messed it up. Move on. Got it. Understood. Thank you for letting me know. Alright, let's get her back in the air. I really hope these holes line up. There's no reason they shouldn't, but it just seems like something might be unnecessarily different. Only one way to find out, by looking. Hole right there, I'll tell you that much for free. That might be good. Please. Getting very tired, sir. Great. Let's do one more on this side, and then we'll go for gold. If 2 line up, it's a good thing, but a little bit great. So excited to become a left side computer guy. So weird. Nothing wrong with it, just different. I can't even see anything. Why am I even looking at it? It's all blocked. Dude, how's this even possible, brother? I don't even understand. There's only one hole. It must go in. Can you see it? Why is it not there? Did that one line up? What the heck? Ronnie right there is no problem. This one, probably also no problem. Nothing to do with the problem. What's the deal with Buster right here? Just force find it? I don't know. Start driving in the screws with my bare hands. Literally just bolted on, like it should be right there. I don't. How is this possible? Where's the hole? Sweating profusely. My god, the hole should be right there. I'm just feeling around like so much. Dude, what? I actually don't know if I'm just putting it into the wood with my hand or if this is a hole. I don't think I have the energy to do anything else other than chance it. Why don't we just make that our first one? Oh, because the cord doesn't reach. Open for the big hole. Can we crack the top? Nope, must have been the right hole then. Totally. Italy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Now, this thing. And the controller. First try here, no problem. Let's go. So hold it up with one hand, cross your arms, and put the drill on max speed. Just like how we cut into that thing with the X-Acto. And if it feels like it's stripping, don't hold back. I guess this whole thing's just a little off. That's alright. I honestly don't really mind. Makes it mine, makes it unique. This drill bit is big. The one we need is small. Great. That's not going anywhere. More screws. Alright. I'm sitting on my chair. But now I want the controller on the other side because the screen's going to be on the other side. But do I want it on the side of the desk or in the middle of the desk? I had this all thought out. Now it's changing. Let's put it on the far side and just get used to it. You know what? It might actually be nicer because then when people are walking by, there's nothing to walk by here. That's the door. This is just a wall. It's not going to get in the way of anything. Lose some, tie some. Win one, lose it all. Is it going to feel good? Sitting here like this, and the thing is here. It'll be right here. Yeah, just something. It doesn't matter what your name is. Line it up as best as you can. Right about there. Maybe here. Why not? Okay. All the way. So I put it on the edge. Oh, looks good on the edge. Am I a weird guy if I do that? Take it to the most we should think it should go, and then bring it back a little bit. It seems about right to me. Just make it a square with the length of this thing. So if it's like that. Got it. Understand? Got it. That's what you were. Yeah, the glasses or don't watch. I choose to not watch this one. The charger on the side of this. Crazy. Looks good to me. Just kidding. Dude, what? Oh. It's slotted. Got it. Easy fix. Bring it right up to the tip. Top. Don't move when I do it, dude. That doesn't make sense. We're in there. This means business. This one's not coming back out. I really hope. Now, flip this control box around again, because I flipped it around when we flipped the top around, but now I'm going to have the controller on this side and the power is kind of can go either way. So instead of going out this way just to go back that way, let's just go out this way and we'll just call her good. I've also got all the tools out right now and I feel kind of loopy, motivated, so why not? Show her what you got. But if we're going to do this, I'm going to swap which side the motors plug into. Shouldn't be a problem. It's a pretty simple little control processor thing. These suckers are going right back in. Wherever they want. This one wants to go here. That's in there. That's great. Wonderful news. Now for his brother. Oopsie daisy. I'm sweating on the untreated acacia before we get the poly-X on there. Hope you don't leave a mark. Great. Great. Couldn't really ask for much more than that considering the entire problem was my fault. Does it do the thing now? Let's see. We have it maxed out for access to underneath. This is standing desk. I think this is lined up. It seems like it is. Watch. Dude, that's pretty sick. That's pretty cool. But you can see it's cut off because I didn't measure very well. This is cool. I gotta figure out a way to only use this top half of the screen and then it'll be fine. I have the big old monitor coming in hot. But this is disappointing, but it's also very cool because it's what we set out to do and we did it. Now we're at the end of day 3. Clearly it's not done, but it does the thing that we set out. The hard part is over. So I'm gonna stain this. I'm gonna stain it that light color. I'm gonna have to leave it to cure for a little bit and then take an extra day off and put everything on top of it. Let's hop on over and do that. I lost the staining sponges that I bought. I think I accidentally threw them out with all the other wrapping stuff, but won't leave a stain on my record. This is a cloth that I'm gonna dedicate to this project. Let's open up the stain carefully. How badly do I want to just put everything on here and just be like, we did it, it's done, but it's not done. It's time to continue. This is my alternative light source I've figured out, just without having any lights in here. We will put them and along the bottom of this, but that day has not yet come. So let's mount the pegboards. This is a bracket that I printed out so that we can recess the pegboard off the back of the top desk a little bit because tools have depth. So this needs to mount about there, and then we have this much room for tools, but the pegboard is going to mount on this side. So I just spaced out some holes 1 inch apart from each other. Should be no problem. A concern that I have is that the pegboard is going to want to swing when we get the tools on there, but I think having 3 mounting points is probably going to be able to let us overcome that issue. Let's open up the screws. Covered in oil. What the heck? They're disgusting. They're covered in oil. I get it, but also, oh dude, this bag is disgusting. Look at that. So in theory, these should sit behind the desk, but like that. But I guess they'll actually be switched around. This guy is gonna go on here. We're gonna bolt it to the other side, like that. These are below. So these should be able to mount together like this. Bon petit bout. Are they long enough? Maybe I didn't get them long enough. Oh no. We'll just torque it to 90 foot-pounds, should reach. I might need to make these holes a little bit bigger though. I made them the exact size. Common problem. We just drive them through the... Probably... Wow. Look at that fitment. Goodness me, there's no threads, but there are now. This might actually be better this way, because then they're going to stay by themselves, which will make mounting it probably easier. So I'm just going to test fit these, just to make sure, and then we're going to make 2 of these for each pegboard, so 16 altogether. That's a lot of printing. Dude, these are gross. These are going to work fine, but they're not a very good product. We don't, the color of them is coming off of my hands, and that's kind of gross. Wouldn't it be so nice if the one Allen key I have out is the right size? Dude. I love when this happens. It's so perfect. That's so perfect. And then I can just spin this thing. I should put this on a ratchet. So now, when we have this, it should just go right in. Like that. Right on. The room in the back. There it is. I love when things work. First try. So these are going to be a little bit too wide, so I got to make them a little bit skinnier, or else they're going to overlap onto the next one, and that's not going to work. But that is an easy fix. I actually wouldn't mind them being a little bit skinnier, because then it means they're gonna 3D print faster. I need smaller fingers for this. Oh, dude. I have to do this 16 times. It's one of those nuts that goes on better when you don't look at it. You just use the feel. I think this should hold it no problem. With 2 of them, I think we should be good. So what that's gonna look like on the other side of the desk is going to be this. And then we'll have another one, so it'll be even. I kind of like that. I think that looks pretty good. It'll look better once it's mounted, because then it'll just be pop, pop. I think maybe, does it look better to round out the corners of these? I don't know. Or should I make them with 6 holes so that they overlap perfectly? So I would need one skinny one on each side, but then in the middle of each one. I think that's a better idea. It's probably gonna look more cool as well. Yes, this is the way that we will do this. It is. Okay, to the imagination machine. Let's make it. So these were the big honkers before. These are the new ones. So they're much skinnier and they're thinner. They look a little bit cleaner. But let's do something satisfying. This is quite nice. I gotta mount the monitor, but I don't want it to get in the way of the L brackets for the pegboard. There's gonna be a bracket every 1 foot, 2 feet. The monitor will probably go here, and then the arm can bring it up. Right. This desk is huge. Ooh, it hits the bottom desk. New problem. How are we gonna do this one? I don't know. But it's getting caught on the bottom desk. The little twist things to tighten it are hitting the bottom. That's not good. Depends how much we can tighten it, but let's see. It's definitely the lowest hanging thing on the entire desk. What's wrong? Go on. I don't know what to do. Go on. Oh my goodness. Is there not a better way to do this? Holy cow, it's so heavy. But even if I take the monitor off the stand, you still have to.
Finally.
It does. Wow, it's better than the last one, I think. I get that to sit tight. It's like it wants to flare in because it's a little bit. Am I going to do this? I don't have the strength to do this. It should just go in. Why is it not just going in? I remember this from last time. Am I doing something clearly wrong here? What is going on? Yes! Come on down! Well, it is what it is. So, still waiting for the brackets to be made, but in the meantime, let's take a look at this thing. Look at this unit. Mount your Xbox Series X under your desk. I think you stick this up here, and then you just drill on in. Interesting. This guy is gonna go here. I don't know why it wouldn't work. Kind of stoked to see it hooked up and out of the way. I think this might be a good one to make use of the space here. It seems like it's the perfect size. Is there any reason I shouldn't do it? I don't know. Seems pretty straightforward. It's like an exact fit. Maybe I'll just double check with the actual Xbox before drilling. So if I put this here, I think it'll be mostly tucked away. It's just such a big thing. I could put it all the way back here and then never see it again. But do I ever want to see it again? I feel like there's probably going to come a moment where I'm going to need to see it. If I have it here, it's going to get in the way of the panels? No. Will it? If I put it here, can I access the... It's still going to be sitting flat, so it would be there. But then I can't just look under my desk and check if it's on. You've got to be able to see if this thing's on, because I feel like sometimes it does not. I think here is probably the play. It's going to keep it completely removed from everything. Still out of the way, I still have access to the disk drive. It's not really going to get in the way of cable management or anything. Let's commit to it. Let's do it. Here. But because of the way this mounts up, I need to be able to slide the Xbox into it. And I don't think there's enough room here. So we'll do it this way. No, this is not going to work. It has to be here. That's fine. That changes literally nothing. This almost seems too easy, which is sometimes bad news. Is it literally just going to sit there? It's so cool. This is going to be sweet. Success! It's a computer. Oh, it's an Xbox. Cool. Simple, straightforward. That is great. Now if I'm sitting here, I can play the game. No one knows, including me. I have no idea that is there. Next on the docket, wireless charger, but it goes on the computer. Seems pretty straightforward. I think we should try and mount this somewhere as flat as possible, but I don't know if that's going to be an option. I would like it to be this kind of anti-vibe. I wanted it to stick out, but it doesn't. But that makes sense because of the way that it's shaped. I don't know. I guess I could put it on the side, because ergonomically, this is too far for my head to turn. Center is where the laptop is going to be. It should probably be here. Is this flat? It's actually quite flat. No way. Considering how curved the monitor is, I can't believe that this area is flat back here. If you line it right up. What about the microphone arm? I don't know. One of the downfalls of this monitor is it makes it so hard to have one of these, because there's just not a lot of space for the arm to come around. Usually I have it come over top of the monitor. Which we will probably just do again. Go up and over. You know what? This might actually work better on the side here. I had it on the back before. Why did I have it on the back before? What? This makes way more sense. Just keep it here. Oh, into the way. Great. I like that. Why didn't I never try that? I think it just happened to end up there and that's where it stayed. No problem. I'll spin it. That's gonna be way better. I think if I put it in front of the monitor here, it's actually impossible for it to ever make contact with the monitor. Oh, it's another one of these that has this thing underneath. It's so long. So many reasons that the desk can't go down all the way already. And now I'm just choosing to add an additional one. But it's gotta be done. There's no other way. There's ways, but this one's pretty accessible at the moment. Problem? Come here. That one's pretty low compared to the other ones, but let's just see what happens. Now, das microphone, das mic can go right here. Oh, this is so much sturdier than my old desk. Oh my gosh. Yes. Goodness me, look at this. Boom. Look, tonight, Godzilla. Great. That's pretty sweet. Suddenly this cable is not anywhere near long enough. I need one of the big ones, or else I have to mount everything on the bottom desk. And I don't know that that's the best idea. I think everything underneath should be as much as possible on the top one, because then it's only one cord moving and everything else can just be tucked up super clean. There's going to be some stuff that has to go down to the bottom desk, but I want to make a nice cable race. But I want to minimize the amount of stuff that has to go into that. Oh, we need to buy more stuff again. For the time being, whatever. Darn. I can't see anything now. Got it. As nice as the BenQ light is, this one was on Marketplace, and it was also 40 bucks. So, this is this brand of light. Why don't you go ahead and pronounce the name of this brand? Interesting brand name, eh? I'm not totally sure how it's pronounced. Why don't you give it a go? I printed these a while ago, and they're good, but they're not perfect, which is why I'm going to leave them exactly how they are right now, because I think I will just change up either the speaker setup or I'll get better mounts for these things, because these are good. It keeps them off of the ground, but I need to reapply double-sided tape to the back of them sometimes because the speakers will fall down and it's a jarring experience. These things aren't super good. They're great for what they are. They're super cheap, but I think with the desk like this, maybe we can up the game to just a smidget would be real nice. Looking good. Need to integrate these smart plugs. Is this a weird sound? I think that's a weird sound. Let's get the unboxing on video just in case. Oh, it's this thing. It's just pieces of paper. These are gonna go into the wall and attach to power strips. I'm pretty stoked on these. I'm excited for this to be able to just turn on and go. We're gonna keep these in our thoughts because these still have to happen. We still have the retractable fast charger. We need to put the washers on for the pegboard. I need to put the mount back on for my headphones. Bad news. Regrettably, these are not strong enough to hold this thing and make it. I've tried different ways to mount this. I think I would need a bridge between these 2 points to solidify it more. But the problem is that a lot of the bend is coming from out here because it's just so load bearing. But even realistically, this pegboard's not that heavy at all. So I need to use something else, but unfortunately, I need to abandon the pegboard part of the idea for right now. I promise I'm more sad than you are. It is coming along, but the amount of wires is just really not that crazy, but like, holy cow. I'm getting maxed out. And the amount of 3D printing. What do you think, Cucumber? He has no idea what to think. Suddenly, it exists. And I think it went roughly 65% to plan. The pegboard doesn't exist. This looks awesome. I love the colors. I like the way the legs and stuff look. It works. I have space for a 3D printer here now, which is awesome. I tucked away my painting booth underneath and it kind of folds up really nice. But this now goes from being an additive process to a subtractive one. Because right now, this is me. And this is not going to work. This crossed my mind when we were doing this, but it didn't cross my mind as much as it probably should have. Because right now, this is as low as the desk can go without jamming stuff underneath. So we gotta do some stuff. We gotta cut some things to make more room so that I can at least be like here. So we got an inch and a half to go, and I don't know. We will continue on, but also, how cool is this? The motors on this thing are unreal. This is a big monitor, big 3D printer, amazing. And now, so much workspace. This jungle of cables does need to have some logging done to it, which we'll do. Once I realized how non-ergonomic this was, it wasn't super high on my priority list. One of the problems comes from this microphone stand that I love, except it has this spinning ball adjustment thing on the bottom, and that is the first thing that hits the desk. I think what I'm gonna do is 3D print a new one of these little coupler guys that secures it to the desk, and then probably cut some space off of this screw so that it can go up higher, so that this becomes the lowest point, or ish, maybe a little bit more because there's the adjustment thing. But then we can find the next part that needs to come off the desk, because definitely not low enough. And I feel like that power block in there might be a culprit. Simple little foot thing with a hole in the bottom. Perfect. That'll be great. Here I am in the garage. Let's take off this little C-clip thing. Nothing from Amazon is high quality until you try to take it apart. Brother, come to me. Bend the screwdriver. I guess we're cutting it with it on there.
No smoke detectors in here.
I really wish I could get this thing off. Different tool. Bigger pliers. I was so organized by putting the tape mark on here for where I needed to cut, but now to get this out, I need to take the tape off. Funny how life works. The threads are a little damaged there. I wonder why. He said metal is going to get hot, so I need to use this to block the heat. It'll be perfect. It's like buns fresh out the oven. That could have gone worse. That could have gone worse. Came back with the reinforced one. Reinforce it! Hopefully it doesn't do that again. I didn't like that very much at all. Low and slow, just like a Christmas roast. I'm pretty sure is probably the way to do this. I want the results now. Well, I definitely don't want to shatter it into the sink, so maybe I can just bend it off here. That was the perfect amount to leave. Perfect, with a capital E. Great. Looking fly. Looking like your desk's gonna go down a little farther there, right? Not too shabby, not too shabby. This side is threaded. Hopefully, it's fine with this. Yes. Oh my gosh. Flawless. Wow, I should make a YouTube channel about this. Great, now let's put it on the desk. So now, with a little bit of luck and some greasy elbows, this should sit much higher. Please still clamp. Oh, it does. Almost took off a little too much. Almost? Please be almost. The threads are disappearing quickly. Yeah, it's about as almost as you could possibly get. Oh, we're good. Wow, that's the spot. Consider it nailed. Onwards. Go ahead. It feels good, great. Tons of play, just because it's not the best item. Let's keep cranking it down. Now, when we lower it down, something else will be the lowest point of contact. It's definitely not that now. Almost crushed me laptop. Now our lowest love point is what? It's the docking station hitting cable. Out of the way, docking station. And now it is what? Oh, something.
What's it?
Be gone. What's it hitting? LED like cables? Cable management first made more sense. Am I ergonomics now? No, not at all. There will need to be a compromise because my arms should be here and this is this thick, so that's just here, which is not gonna happen because here is the standing desk. So I need a taller chair, even though my legs are already 90-ish, but it looks cool. I'm about ready to call it a day on this. This has been a huge project. I'm super glad I did it. This is one of the nicest things I've ever had, and we made it together. We almost made it all the way, but we made this item that's here. I got a big monitor. It's got a wireless phone charger on it. My laptop peeks through. It's really cool. I can see all the, whatever I put on there, I can see. I got my 3D printer back out of storage and I found a spot for it. It's super cluttered still, which is kind of what I wanted to solve. And that's funny, but it looks really good and I'm happy with how it turned out. So this is only gonna get better from here, but dude, I think the rest needs to be a different video from Dane.